have one person back. Yeah, so apparently I lost the previous stream. That's really unfortunate. Like all that work for nothing. That's really sad. It's weird though because on YouTube you sure lost it. Yeah, on YouTube it shows, if I go to YouTube and I look at the video, it shows that it's an hour long,
Not sure why.
but it only plays the 2 minutes. That's really, really unfortunate. And the funny thing is I hear how my voice sounds,
In the stream.
and yeah, it actually got like higher pitched. 3 minutes saved. Yeah. I probably will just remove that. Maybe what I'll do, let's do this. So let's do like a really quick recap for anyone that's watching. I don't I don't know if we should go over all the questions again, but let's do this. 3 minutes saved, yeah. Okay, so for the first time in all my streams, and maybe, I don't know, I might have to look into Streamlabs. Maybe this is a Streamlabs sort of issue here. Maybe it's because I'm trying to do, can you upload it or don't save it all locally? You know what? I didn't have that setting enabled to record it at the same time. That's a lesson learned, right? So let's do this because, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So we're quickly gonna go over these. Apologies for anyone that's watching this specific video. It's not the best as far as these questions go because we lost all the work we did. But I'll quickly go over what we did here for each one of these. So substrings of size 3 with distinct characters. The way that we decided to solve this, I tried to approach this using a sliding window approach, but I was sort of like failing to figure out how to work with the sliding window. So one of the viewers, I don't know how to pronounce their name, we instead just like went through each string, or went through each slice of the string just by using the slice method. So we always generate a slice of length 3, and then we just check to see if a new set composed of that slice is equal to 3, we know it's good. I decided that this was a linear time algorithm because although we're traversing the entire input array, right? But if you think about it, this slice is generally an n, a linear time operation, but this is constant, right? It's always going to be a slice of size 3. Similarly, we're always creating a new set of size 3. So because of that, I feel like both of these are constant time, making really this whole thing just a linear time operation. As far as space-time complexity goes, for every single iteration, we are constructing a new set here of constant size. So maybe that's like 3 times n. Drop the constant, it's still linear space complexity. So I think that helps out in that case. That's what we did for this one. This one right here was very similar to one that we did yesterday. It's sort of, I think the pattern here is learning how to traverse a 2D array in a different order. Most of the time we do row by column, but some of them you'll have to do like column by row with different sort of parameters. Essentially what we do here is I'm just checking for each column. I check to see the current letter with the previous letter, and if at any point this letter is less than the previous letter, I immediately know that column is not good, or it's a column that can be deleted. So in that case, I just increase the min deletion and I break and go to the next loop. For this one, we are going through the entire array, but we know that the array can be one size. For example, like here, the array is size 2, but each string is size 1. So it's going to be m by n, where m is the size of the array and n is the size of each individual string. That's the time complexity of this one, and our space complexity here is constant. For the minimum absolute difference, there's a couple different things I tried to do, and fortunately, just like with the viewers, we were able to figure out that a good solution here is to sort our input array, and then we can iterate over our sorted input and find the minimum difference between any two numbers. There was a really good example that was posed. We can have something like 0, 10, and 11. I was thinking that, you know, if we sorted it, then the first pair wouldn't necessarily be the minimum difference, but that would break in this example. This is why we have to iterate over the entire array and constantly get the smallest difference for each number. After this, it's just a matter of looping through this input array, and then anytime we find a pair that equals that minimum difference, we can eventually push it to our result. So our bottleneck here is this quicksort right here, which is O of n log n, which makes the time complexity n log n. And then our space complexity is just n as we're building this result array at the end. Show the whole code for the min diff, please. Yes, absolutely. It'd be nice if, like, I really wish there was a way for us. Let me add this to my list. I wonder if, can you see? No, you can't, right? Yeah, maybe I can make the screen smaller here. I try to make it bigger during the stream just so people they can see it easier. But this is the code we came up with here. All right, so let's do this next one now. This is where we left off before the stream died. So let's see how we can do this one. I'll probably just do like this one, and I really want to get to the next one because that's the one I originally wanted to get to anyway. And then we can figure that out. We'll figure out what we do afterwards. All right, so count words. We can go back and forward. Yeah, this one hopefully it will stay good. Let me just make sure. Right now on YouTube I'm getting an excellent connection. But oh man, that's really sad that like we lost all that work. I wonder why it says, and yeah, I'll figure it out. Maybe there's a way to like retrieve it. Maybe. Anyway, okay, this one right here, we have count words. What I want to do is I want to keep track of the frequency of words in my first array, and then I'm going to go through all the words in my second array. And then if I find one of these words in the frequency array, and if I subtract 1, it equals 0, then I know that that's just a single instance of that word. I'm not complaining. What I mean is you can scroll and we can go back and forward. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I know. It's just I was talking about myself. Like that was just a good lesson for me to like just know how to save my streams better. Okay, so let's do const frequency. Let's do for const word of words 1. I can come in here and I can say frequency of word equals frequency of word plus 1 or 1. And then we can just go through for const word of words 2. Let's get our word count here. Let words equal 0. So for const word of words 2, if we can say if frequency of word is not equal to undefined, and let's say minus frequency, let me actually put these on 2 lines, minus frequency of word is equal to 0, we can say words plus plus. We should just be able to return words at the end here, and that should be fine. So let's try this out. 2 and 2. Oh, too fast. Two and 0, 2 and 0. Ooh, 2, 0, 2 and 2, 0, 1. AAB, the only string that appears exactly once in each of the 2 arrays. So A and AB. Oh, wait a second. We need to see, yeah, it's not so much that any point it equals 0. It's that it just appears. Oh, do we just need to see if it just appears once? I guess that's all we need to do, right? A, B, that's 0. Yeah, I think actually frequency of word equals 1. What if we just do this? This is a case where like frequency of word equals to 1. Words plus plus. And we got that for the last one here. Words of 2. Yeah, I'm not thinking about this clearly. A appears once in here, but it doesn't also appear once in here. Something that we can also do is we can just, I think what we can do that might make it even easier is instead of doing words plus plus here, we can maybe just say if it's not equal to undefined, let's go ahead and do frequency of word minus equals 1. And now only if it's 0, we can do something like for const, let's see, word frequency of object dot entries of frequency. Right, so we added, like we did a and ab, that's 1 and 1, but then we subtracted all these. Now this will be a negative number, this will be the only one of 0, right? So if we say if frequency is equal to 0, then we can say words plus plus. So maybe we don't even need, let's try this one out, words plus plus, and return words. Object entries at frequency. Oh, is it because I'm using both? Word frequency. Maybe I can make this, I'll just make this, let's just do this. If frec, I'll just sort of give it an abbreviation. 201, 201, submit. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Let's think about this, right? So what I wanted to do was, did it die again? I hope not. It doesn't look like it's dying. So far I see everything good on my end. Oh, it's back. Maybe it's me. Okay, you had me there for a second. Yeah, it looks like it's fine on my end. I'm not getting any frames dropped or anything. You know what it could be? Like, it might be me trying to stream at 60 frames. That could be one thing that I can try and like reduce for the next stream, 30 frames. Because up until yesterday when I was using Streamlabs, everything before that was 30 frames per second. So maybe trying to do 60 is not worth it if I'm getting like frame drops and losing out on streams, right? So AAB, the only string that appears exactly once in each of the two arrays is A and B. It would only appear exactly once. Well, if I have a frequency of words, like I add 1 to A and I add 1 to AB, here I'm looking for frequency of words. So like I found A, I subtract 1, so that's 1, another one that's 0, another one that's -1. I find AB and I do 0, so this is the only one that has a frequency of 0. It would only appear once if after I've subtracted it, the frequency would be 0, right? That doesn't, so it must be something else I'm doing wrong here. That might be too far. Yeah, perhaps. Let's see. I'll keep the Streamlabs open just so I can keep like view of analytics. Okay, so why is that example not working? Excuse me. Did I like words is 0, object entries frequency, if frequency is 0, words plus plus, +1 or 1, if frequency of word is not equal to undefined. Oh, wait a second, but if it's not, oh no, but it needs to appear exactly once in each of the two arrays. So it also needs to be present. Like if I have like a B here, that only appears once in 1, right? So I need to find it. If frequency of B, that's undefined, so we don't even go in there. We don't even try anything. Frequency of word minus equal to 1 for const word frequency of object entries. Frequency if frec is equal to 0, words plus plus. And the worst thing about this example is that it's just like, look at this, it's a wall of text. How do we know? Exactly once in each of the two arrays. It could also be like an intersection, but we only keep could we just construct a frequency map of both? Okay, it died for real now. No. But I'm not getting anything on... Oh, it's back. Okay. No, I'm not getting anything on like, I think the first time you guys were mentioning that it was dying, Streamlabs was like alerting me and telling me, hey, you're getting like frames dropped and things are happening. But it looks fine right now. I don't see anything has dropped. Everything looks good. Number of strings that appear exactly once in each of the two arrays. LeetCode appears exactly once. We count this string. Amazing appears exactly once in each of the two arrays. We count this string. What if I just have a frequency map of all of them, and then I just take the words that appear twice, exactly twice? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, none. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Could also do that, perhaps. I can just do a frequency map of all. Let's see, frequency for const word of words, frequency of word. What if I then just do for const word of words 2, frequency of word equals frequency of word? We could do that, and then maybe I can do the same thing here for const word frequency. Maybe here we don't even need for construct of object.values frequency. If frec is 2 words plus plus, can I copy this one here? I thought there was like a nice way of copying this. Maybe I'll just, yeah, we're literally gonna do this whole thing here. Let's go to test cases. Okay, let's try this out. 2, 0, 134. So the same thing still. Maybe try a frequency map of both. Yeah, that's what I was trying here. Maybe it's me. I'm sorry if I'm distracting you. No, it's okay. It's good. Like I need to know like what's happening, so it's good that you're also telling me. This doesn't really make sense to me. Am I double counting it somehow? Because I do 1 here. Like it would only appear exactly once if the frequency of both was 2. Is there another case where like, oh, no. Because it could appear twice here and never in here, right? So there's an edge case here that I'm missing. There's an edge case here that I'm missing, because this is initially what I wanted to do. I would construct a frequency map of the first one, so A would have 1 and AB would have 1, and then right like I would go through AAAB now, right? So I find an A in here, so I subtract 1. I find another A, so I subtract 1, that's -1. I find another A, I subtract 1, -2. I find an AB, that's 1, I make it 0. But will that also work? Is there a chance where if AB never appears, in the second one, like what if AB is just in the first one? How else would it be able to be? Like let's say there was 2 in the first one, then I get to the second one and there's no AB. So that's why the second solution wouldn't work, right? The one I just came up with. That's why it wouldn't work, because this is 2, but it only appeared once. Now in here, if I did AAA, that would still be -2 and 2. So why wouldn't it be frequency of word equals frequency of word -1? We only want to do ones that we find, like they need to be in both. So only if frequency, can we do if word in frequency, then frequency of word minus equals 1. Because now we're going through the second array. And if I never find it, I'll never subtract it. I need to find it to be able to subtract it from frequency. So at the end, if frequency of object values frequency, and if this is equal to 0, words plus plus, it's still going to give me 134. Oh wait, doesn't like this piece. With some type of tree solution? I'm not sure how that would help. Do you mean like a try or something like this? 201 and 134, 132. There's a nice edge case. Let me see what they're saying here. AS appears once in words 1, but does not appear, but does not count this string. Wait, appears once, but does not appear in words 2. So I'm counting. Oh. Yeah, this is probably the edge case. Like, no, it wouldn't be because I'm still checking for 0. If I count this once, only if I find it in the second one will I ever go in here and try to remove it, try to make it a 0. That's bizarre. There's a nice edge case I'm mixing up here. If word in frequency, am I not storing these strings correctly? What we could do, it's not going to look very nice, but we could do actually, no, that's not going to help. That's going to be too much data for us to handle, like to look at. It's not going to be very, very clean. Aditya Tate. Hey, Aditya. Good to have you. I know I don't recognize you, so I'm assuming you're new. So thanks a lot for joining. Appreciate you being here. Let's see, I think you were going to provide a suggestion, so I'm curious to see what you'll say. In the meantime, I'm going to go back on YouTube Studio here and see if we can figure out if there's any way of me to recover that previous stream that we had. Oh, I'm gonna be so bitter about that. Streaming software live. And it even says, like, on YouTube, it says it's an hour and 14 minutes long. Distinct, so we remove the B. No, it's there. It's definitely there. Wait, I think we got it. And then let me think about this. Yeah, okay, we got it. For anyone on the stream, it's back. Look at this. Oh man, I'm so happy. That just made my day. We got the whole thing here. It's available. Yes. Oh my God. That makes you so happy. Sorted min deletion plus or equals 1. That's 18. Funny. Let me see when everything started going bad. Nope. Live. Oh man, okay, that's funny. Okay, good. Oh man, I deserve some extra tokens from YouTube. What do you mean when you say tokens? Like, if tokens is like a streaming thing, again, you can just see how much of a noob I am at all this. I want to see if someone, like, there's 5 people here. I'm not trying to like fish for subscribers. I just really want to see if someone follows me on Twitch or YouTube, I just want to see the alert box come up, because it's like I have an alert box thing there. So that'd be really cool. I've never streamed on YouTube. I think there's some stuff I can do, and I need to set that up too. I think there's like a way for people to like donate or something. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Can I do that midstream? I don't think so. Let me see something. Widgets. What is this? Bits, tips, and more. Tip ticker. Hosts. Does this work? I'm not sure. Don't ask me. Haha. No, I know. I'm not even sure what this is. YouTube memberships, YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out after. I don't want to start messing with sources midstream. But I appreciate that you guys feel like I deserve something. That's great. I like to hear it. All right, I'm gonna go and I want to revisit this question. This has been an interesting stream. We've gone really back and forth a lot. I just come to YouTube either to watch stupid videos or informative teaching videos like these ones. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I want to get to the question that I pretty much titled this stream for. Single number. So yeah, I titled this stream, you'll see it's called my most popular Stack Overflow question. Help me solve this problem. So on Stack Overflow, see if I asked a question a very long time ago. XOR operation intuition. It's not like a crazy amount of upvotes, but it's the most popular answer I have. And I remember trying to figure out why this worked for this question. So I'm spoiling it by providing the solution. But really what you do for this question is you just XOR every single number and you get the last one. So if we write out like a truth table of XOR, right? 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. We know that XOR is exclusive OR. So it's only true if only one of the bits is true. Right? If both are true, it's 0. So really, the way that you can sort of think about this is, well, there's two things. Because of this truth table and some of these other properties right here. So, it says like 3 and 4 together mean that the order in which the numbers are XOR doesn't matter. And then they go to explain the rest of this. So the ordering of the numbers doesn't matter. So anytime we get two similar numbers, it'll just be a 0. And then we're just going to end up with one single one that's not paired up with any other one. And that's the answer. So I just remember like writing this. I was actually having an internship. I think at this time I was working at Disney World. I had an internship at Disney World. And this is like a question I was asking during that time. I don't even know why. Maybe I was doing LeetCoding during my time there. But it's pretty cool. Maybe I can share it with you guys. Let's open this in the browser. Let me just drop it on the chat right here. So hopefully you guys can benefit from that. So let's just give this a shot. And Aditya, like I did see output should be 0, but your code will give 1. Yeah, I'm going to get back to that, Aditya, because I do want to solve that previous one. So let's think about this one. So pretty much we can make our XOR equal just the first thing in nums. And we can say for let I equal 1, I less than nums.length, I plus plus. We can just say XOR is just equal to nums of I minus 1. And this should be it. If I remember how to do this one. This is one of those ones that I just like memorize. 2 and 1. Okay, so I'm already doing this wrong. So it needs to be, do I just take, let me see, nums of 0, XOR, nums of I minus 1. Do I just add, maybe I should instead just do this, nums of I. Yeah, because we're starting at 1. So let's do this one. Isn't XOR the same as not with an OR? I think. 141, 141. Let's run this one. Okay, 35.83. Yeah, this is a really cool, I feel like this operator comes in handy so much. It's really just knowing like if I want to single something out, or I don't know too much about it, but in cryptography, if you have two numbers, it sort of helps you figure out, like using an XOR, you can figure out a third piece of information. So it's either like singling out some number or trying to figure out some other piece of information given two other pieces of data. An XOR could help you out. I haven't looked into it too deeply into the cryptography stuff, but it can help. Okay, Aditya, let's get back to what you said here because I like that. This was a good question. So, and this will probably be the last one I do since now that I know that we have our stream back, which I'm really happy about. We've been already going for like a long time. I use it for my IPv4 calculator. Oh, nice. I'm gonna get some water real quick. All right. Given two string arrays, words one. Okay, so Aditya, you mentioned AA and AA. This case will fail, I guess. Output should be 0, but your code should be 1. Oh, so. Oh, you know, maybe I should only. 2, 2, and then 0, but it only appears once. So why would that, I understand exactly what you mean, Aditya, like that makes a lot of sense. How would that, right, because I add 2 and then I subtract 2, but A appeared twice. I only want to count the ones that appear exactly once. So wait, can't I just create a set? No, I can't create a set because that's not, oh no, wait. We could, because a set of that one, no, that'll be A, and that still won't be. It's only going to count one of them. Of unique ones. If I pass like 2, 2, 2, 2, right, it's just going to be 2. So I should only count. So what if I count all of them? Let's say I get AA for the first one, or I say is and is. So let's look at that example. I have AA, which means A would be 2. Now in the next one, when I get to A, if I see, so what if I get to the A? I feel like if we get to words 2, if I get to words 2 and I find it, like if it's inside this one, oh, what I'm also not doing is, okay, I think we definitely need to do, I think we definitely need 2 frequency map here, 2 frequency maps. Now at the end, when we go through each one, it's not so much of knowing, like I found they both have to be 1 in each one. If that makes any sense. Exactly once in each of the 2 arrays. Wouldn't that be the same thing like what we did here? Object values of frequency, if it's 1. Or maybe it's that we need 2 frequency maps. Would that be a way? It's like taking the, I think, because if I'm adding everything to the same frequency map, I don't know what's coming from what. So maybe I just count 1. Like here, right? Like I would get as being once. I never counted in the second one, but I still see that this is 1, but it didn't also appear in here. That's why I thought I would just remove, but then in your case, what if we count the frequency of words in words 1, and then I count the frequency of words in words 2, and then can I just go through any one of them and I say if it's in both and the frequency is 1? I mean, we could do that, right? How long will this string be? 1,000 words 2 dot length? What if we just say frequency 1? Here we do const frequency 2. do this. We'll do frequency 2 here. And now if at the end, I say I can do the same thing again, like for words 2. For const word of words 2, if word in frequency 1 and word in frequency 2 and frequency 1 of word is equal to 1 and frequency 2 of word is equal to 1, then we do words plus or equals 1. Let's remove this. Let's put it up here. And then maybe here we can just do return words. Because now I'm taking 2 individual frequencies. I need to make sure that the word in words 2 is both in frequency 1 and frequency 2. Well, it would necessarily, const words of words 2 would definitely be in frequency 2, right? So if words is in frequency 1 and they're in 1 in both, that should be enough. Let's see. 2 and 2. Let's get the wrong answer here because this is the one that failed, right? So let's make this a test case. Let's try it out. 20132. There you go. So this is better so far. Okay, 38.78. Yeah, Aditya, thank you so much. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, man, that was tricky because you really have to pay attention to those edge cases. What I was doing before was I was assuming that, right, like a word can only appear, it can appear like twice in the first one and twice in the second one. The difference will still be 0, like 2 minus 2, but they appeared twice. So not only, I need to take the frequency of both and see the words that appear once in both. Now, is there a better way of doing this? Because this right now would be what? This would be O of m by n, right? And the space complexity would also be m by n. But there's probably a better way of doing this. That's what my gut is telling me. I think since we're approaching the end of the stream, let's see what we're getting here. Single hash map. Okay, so I was trying to use a single one. Let's see where I went wrong here. Okay, m for auto and words if m w less than 2, and then but this doesn't. Okay, this last piece here. How am I even supposed to know? Item appearance to decrease the count for the first string is really neat and not easy to come up with. The other string is item appearance to decrease the count for the first string. If m of w is less than 2, which means it's 1 or 0, then we decrease 1. We only want the words that are 0. I feel like that's close to what I was trying to do in the beginning. But I only want to decrease it. Do I only decrease it if it's less than 2, which means it maybe only appeared once? You can improve the space complexity using only one map. Yeah, that's pretty much what this said here. I feel like I was very close to this. I think the part I was missing was here, because he's still checking to see which ones are 0. I think I was decreasing all the instances, even if they were 2, but really I should only be decreasing instances of ones that are 1 or less than 2. So that's good to know. Cool. I think I'm probably going to wrap it up here, since again, good news is I'm so glad that we have the stream from before. I'm going to break these up into like 2 parts, right? Because we had the part 1 and part 2. So I appreciate everyone watching today. I know we had some hiccups along the way, but at least now for next time we know that, maybe I need to change my frame rate, my frames per second, so that maybe that will give me some more stability. But I really appreciate everyone from use LeetCode Enhancer extension. Which one's that one? Is that, I'm curious what that one does. Let's see. LeetCode Enhancer extension. What does this do here? LeetCode Enhancer, columns, lightweight browser extension, hide locked problems from the table, hide show any table column, highlight solved problems, hide difficulty count, stop getting intimidated by difficulty, and focus on problem solving. I think I'm not too concerned about difficulty because the point of these streams is I'm going through like every single easy starting from question 0, and then like we're just gonna do every single one. I've been doing this now for 3 weeks, and that's sort of how we've been doing it. So I'm not too concerned about difficulty because I know I'm gonna be running into a ton of easies before we ever get to mediums. But we're sitting at 143 questions right now, which is amazing. Again, if you're new to this, I do have all of these in this playlist right here, LeetCode Live Easy Collection, where you can look at previous streams. Each one of these streams has chapters for easy navigation. Right, you can do easy navigation here, and then we also have a link to all the different questions that we cover. So it just makes it very easy for you to either do the questions alongside me or do the questions first and then revisit LeetCode afterward. So again, really appreciate everyone for joining. Thanks for sticking through the hiccup that we had with the stream the first time around. I'm really hoping to see more of you all tomorrow. And yeah, we'll definitely continue again tomorrow. We'll keep it going. And you guys all have a great rest of your day and happy coding. Take it easy.